Hey, how's it going? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're having an awesome day. Start of the week, and I thought it'd be really good to really start with, I think, a topic that a lot of people struggle with, right? But they don't realize that they're struggling with it. This is one of those invisible things, okay, that just kind of sneaks up on you, and it's I would say one of the main reasons why people end up failing in their business, right? Online business, offline business, internet business, brick and mortar, whatever it is. This is kind of one of those sneaky little things that creeps up on you. You don't even realize that you're sabotaging your own business. And I'm going to talk about this, over the next few minutes, okay? And what you can do to ensure that this doesn't happen to you, okay? Or if it is happening to you, how you can flip it around and make sure that it never happens to you so that you can have that success, okay? Now, what I'm talking about is I'm talking about complaining, okay? A lot of people that start businesses and are brand new entrepreneurs, they tend to complain a lot. Okay, now I'm not saying that you do this specifically, but again, in general, this is what a lot of people do. They end up just complaining and whining and whinging, and they don't realize that what complaining actually does is it literally sabotages their business, and it sabotages their business, okay? Just invisibly, it just kind of creeps up on you, and it just kind of makes everything crumble. Because what happens when you complain? Well, what happens is when you complain about things, and the people complain about lots and lots of different things, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. But and I see this going on online all the time, okay? In many different areas, on social media, some with different students, people that buy products, customers, all sorts of different people, right? But they're all trying to do one thing. They're all trying to be successful, right? What they end up doing is they end up complaining about different things, and what complaining does is it puts you in a negative state of mind, right? And what a lot of people don't realize is that success and the game of success, the game of business it's a mental game, right? It's a mental game, it's a mindset game, and it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay? So two things here, right? The game of success, the game of business is two things. It's a marathon, not a sprint, which means that you got to do this for the long term, not the short term, right? And it's a mental game. It's not a physical game, it's a mental game. Just like golf, right? A lot of people think that golf is a physical game because you have to pick up a golf club and you've got to hit it across 19 holes, and you have to walk, and it's all skill and stuff like that. But it's not, actually. Golf is a mental game, because when you get on the green, when people are practicing and they're on their own, they can sink that putt every single time, right? But when they're in a competition, it's all mental, and nerves and everything will get to them, and they'll just do it. They'll hit the ball a little bit too hard because they really want to get that ball into that hole, and they'll completely miss, and it ruins their score, right? That's why a lot of people crack under pressure, right? They can't perform during competitions. Well, business is the same thing, but you're always in competition, right? You're competing all the time. Right? Who are you competing against? You're competing against yourself, and you're competing against, thousands of other internet marketers or online marketers or business people, entrepreneurs out there, right? So what happens is people crack under pressure, and they complain, and they're negative. And what happens is when you're negative and you're complaining, it basically ruins your game. Okay, it ruins your business game, and it puts you in a negative light, not just with the market, because if you're complaining publicly, which is the worst thing that you can possibly do, okay, we'll talk about that in a second. If you're complaining publicly, or you're complaining to yourself or to other people, right? Maybe not on social media, but you're just constantly complaining. Well, if you're negative, you're not going to be able to produce positive content, right? Think about that. If you're always thinking negatively, right, it's going to come across in your videos, right? It's going to come across in your marketing, and you're not going to be, creating positive energy to draw positive things towards you in your life, right? Now you might not believe in that kind of stuff, okay? But think about this, right? If you're thinking about negative things all the time, and you're constantly playing the victim, and you're thinking, oh, it's not my fault, It's not my fault, it's the world's fault. You know, it's not my fault that, you know, Google shut my account down. It's not my fault that I don't know how to generate 10 leads a day. It's not my fault that nobody's gonna buy my stuff. It's the world's fault, right? Now, if you think like that, you're never going to analyze yourself, and you're never going to do the things that you have to do to improve your skill set to get a better result. Does that make sense, right? Now, a lot of people think that, you know, business has to do with luck. Actually, it has very, very little to do with luck. Okay, but this is the way it works. Okay, if you invest in your skill set, if you invest in being able to do something better, right, what tends to happen, and you'll find this as well, is you actually become luckier, right? Because what you're doing is you're starting to do things better and better and better, and when you do things better and better and better, you just naturally become luckier, and what happens? You make more sales, right? So people think that, oh, people that have, you know, who are huge become lucky. Sorry, 1 second here. So what a lot of people think, you know, what a lot of people see is that, you know, when someone becomes a millionaire or they generate a lot of sales, they're like, oh, that person's so lucky, they became a millionaire, you know. But what they don't realize is that they created their own luck, okay? And how they created their own luck was by getting really, really good at what they do, so that whenever they execute something, a campaign, a strategy, when they generate traffic, they're so lucky because they've gotten very, very good at conversions, okay, and getting a very specific result that they want to every single time. Does that make sense, right? So actually, it's not about luck, okay? It's about just getting really, really good at what you do. So, you know, if you're out there complaining, right? If you're saying, oh, you know, I'm so unlucky, I didn't know how to do something, and, you know, something's not working, or, oh, I'm so unlucky, the whole world is against me, I can never, you know, sell anything. Well, just get better, you know, stop complaining and actually focus on your skill set to improve your luck, right? It's actually that simple, okay? And these are the different areas that people tend to complain, okay? And this is the worst, right? The worst thing that you can possibly do is complain on social media, okay? Don't do that, all right? Never ever do that, because think about it this way, right? If something didn't work out, or let's just say you got into some sort of, you know, I don't know, online business opportunity, and you tried it for 1 week. This is basically, you know, people that have, you know, negative mindsets, this is what they do, right? They try it for a week, they try it for a few days, they don't make any money, and then they complain, right? Now, instead of complaining to themselves, which is, you know, it's not the best thing, but it's better than complaining on social media, right? What they do is they go on Facebook, they go on Twitter, they go on Instagram, and they complain that they're not getting any results from that particular opportunity. Now think about that for a second, right? If you were someone, if you were just online scrolling, you know, Facebook, and you saw someone complaining that they weren't making any money in a particular opportunity, what would you think to yourself? You would think, well, this person is not successful, right? Now, if there were thousands of people coming across that post and they saw that you were complaining and that you weren't able to figure out your business, why would they ever want to buy anything from you? Okay? And think about, you know, what kind of positioning does that put you in, right? It puts you in a bad positioning. Yeah, nobody's gonna want to work with you because they're gonna be thinking, well, this person isn't successful, this person doesn't know what they're doing, so I'm probably never gonna work with them. Okay, so, you know, a month from now, if you know, suddenly get into a different opportunity and you want to pretend like you're doing well, and you start saying on social media again, hey, you know, join me, I just joined this latest, greatest, you know, potion company, pill company, or whatever it is, and you start talking about it on Facebook, and you're saying, hey, you know, join me if you want to learn how to, you know, quit your day job and retire forever, right? Why would they want to join you? Because they remember that a month ago you posted that you were not making any money with a particular opportunity. So it's very, very unlikely that you're now doing well and you're successful now in 1 month's time. Does that make sense, right? So the internet remembers, guys. Don't think that you can just post something and it's just going to disappear completely, okay? Number one, it's all about credibility, right? It's about integrity, and it's about your reputation, you know? It's all about keeping that kind of information to yourself, okay? So this is the strategy. Number one, don't complain about anything, okay? Keep that stuff to yourself, okay? What you should do is, if you're struggling, because everyone's struggling, right? A lot of people aren't, you know, there aren't that many millionaires out there, okay? So if you really think about it, a lot of people are struggling out there, especially when it comes to building businesses, right? You're not the only one. Now, when you struggle, keep that stuff to yourself, okay? That's personal, okay? You don't go out there telling everyone that you're struggling. I never did it, okay? But I struggled big time, okay? Now, when did I start telling people that I was struggling? Well, after I figured it out, right? So if you watch a lot of my videos now, that's kind of what I start with, okay? Because now that I figured it out, I can use that as leverage, okay? And how do I use that as leverage? I use that in my story, okay? Because it's okay to fail, right? It's normal, okay? But what's not okay is for you to complain about it while it's happening to you, okay? So keep that stuff to yourself, and when you finally figure it out, keep going, keep pushing, and when you finally figure it out, use your failures in your story so that you can leverage it for success, okay? People want to hear that kind of stuff. People want to know that you're a normal person, okay? People don't want to join people that are supermen, okay? People don't want to join people that, you know, have never ever struggled in their life, and they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and, you know, life was easy, and money, they just made it, you know, at a flick of their finger. People don't want to work with people like that. People want to work with normal people, okay? Normal human beings that struggle and go through failure. That's the kind of people that they want to work with, okay? And if you can weave those things into your story, and you can tell it in a way that is believable and people can connect with you, then that's how you create a connection and a bond, and that's how people get to know, like, and trust you, right? I always talk about getting to, you know, like, and trust people. Well, people get to know, like, and trust you by you know, hearing your story, right? And you know, by resonating with your story, and they know that you're a normal person and you've gone through struggles, and that's how they get to bond with you, okay? Does that make sense, right? So make sure you keep that kind of stuff to yourself, okay? And look, it's just about being a professional, okay? Just because you're starting a business and you're online doesn't mean that you can't be a professional, okay? It's very, very important that you treat your business like a real professional business, okay? I mean, if you saw some leader out there whinging and complaining and whining all the time, you know, I probably, you know, I mean, ask yourself, would you want to join someone like that, right? You want to join someone that advises you and lifts you up and makes you feel good, right? You don't want to join someone who is negative and, you know, is just a whinger and a complainer and a whiner, right? I mean, that's just human nature, okay? People are attracted to people that inspire them, okay? So be inspiring, okay? Don't be negative, be inspiring, right? And if you feel like you're someone, if you're thinking, well, you know, I don't feel like I'm someone that's inspiring, Aaron. Well, you know, think about something inspiring and then just share it. That's all you have to do, okay? You don't have to be, you know, you don't have to be someone that's inspiring in life all the time. You can become that person. It's a learned skill, okay? And anyone can do it, okay? It's not a special thing. You just have to think positively, share those positive thoughts, you know? I mean, you can talk about what I spoke about in this video today. Literally, you can take what I spoke about today, say it in your own words, get a video camera, record it, and all of a sudden you become inspiring, right? Pretty cool. It's actually really, really simple. Now, I want you to try this. Before I finish up this video today, I want you to try this and see how it goes, and I'm pretty sure that you'll get some amazing results, okay? So today is, I'm probably gonna upload this video like maybe Monday or Tuesday, okay? Now, here's what I want you to try for the rest of the week. Try not complaining about anything in your life for the next 1 week and see if you can do it, okay? And I'm talking about everything. I'm not just talking about business. I'm not just talking about your business and what you're trying to take action on to get results in your business. I'm talking about literally everything in your life. Try not complaining about anything at all for 1 week and see if you can do it. Now, after that week, it's going to be pretty challenging, by the way, okay? But you can do it, okay? Now, at the end of that week, I want you to see how you feel in general, okay? And what you'll find, you know, I suspect you're going to feel pretty darn good, okay? Because when you don't complain about anything and you just be grateful for everything that you have, and you try to think of, you know, why something, even if something is bad, why it's not that bad, okay? you'll actually and you know, and you lead with gratitude every single day, every single morning, okay, you're gonna find that life is actually pretty damn good. All right, and you have nothing to complain about, even if it's taken you 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, you know, 12 months to figure out your business. Okay, try that. Let me know how it goes. So that's all I wanted to share with today. I hope you guys have an awesome week. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Okay, are you generally a complainer? Okay, have you, you know, do you have a history of complaining all the time and feeling sorry for yourself, right? What are you going to try differently? What are you going to do differently? You know, are you always going to play victim? Okay, I hope you're not, because playing victim is one of the worst things that you can do for yourself, you know, in general, and for your life and your business. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you got some value from this video today. We really appreciate all your comments and all your likes. I really do, and I try my best to reply to all of them. Okay, and listen, if this inspired you and you want to take this to the next level, okay, if you want to work with me, then I want to teach you how to do that. Okay, all you have to do is click the link on the bottom of this video. You can get access to my free course that's going to teach you how to build a very powerful and successful internet marketing business. Okay, and I hope to see you very soon on another video, and I hope that you're inspired today. Speak to you very soon. Take care.